Coach's Corner. What we have for you today is an upper body arm warm-up for baseball players or softball players. Now this can be done at a practice, it can be done before working out, but the point of this video is to help coaches that are always looking for new warm-ups or just in general they just don't know how to warm up their team, so we hope this helps. First and foremost, obviously start with your dynamic warm-up, whatever it is. You can add arm stuff into that. I always recommend band exercises as well. Check out our videos, we do have one on that. But this is just basic without really using any equipment besides a baseball bat. You can have them partner up, you can have them do it as a group, you can have them do it in separate groups, whatever you want to do, but be creative with it. So the very first thing is your arm swings. Now, when it comes to arm swings, you know, kids just, they like to go super fast with it. They like to see who can swing the arm the hardest. That's not what it's about, so make sure you coach them on that. So the first one is just your big arm swings. You can do single or double. I prefer single. So if you did a single arm swing, we're gonna go forward for 10. So I'm gonna start out, I'm gonna swing my arm 10. Now notice I'm not going super fast. Tell them to start slow, and then they can work up their speed. After they do 10, if you do one arm, you can just have them reverse it right away. Tell them to reverse it for 10. And then you can switch sides. Now notice I put my hand on my chest. I personally like to do that because it reminds me if I'm swinging my shoulders or not. So watch for this. If you just have an athlete and they're swinging their arm and they're rotating those shoulders, one, they'll probably really tighten the shoulders. Number two, that's not good range of motion. So really try to tell them to keep their shoulders square when they do it. And that's why I prefer single arm, because typically with two, it's hard to really get that range of motion. You're gonna see them flare out, or they're just gonna not get their arm completely straight. So once you do 10 forward and 10 back, then you're gonna do small ones. So start with that arm out more to the side, and you're gonna do 10 nice and small out to the side. And then reverse it for 10. Notice I'm not getting a big circle on this. Okay, after that, you have gators. I like gators, they're kind of hard. Start with double gators just to get it down. Double gators with just both hands together. Bend your hips a little bit. You're gonna reach as high as you can. Try not to arch the back. Reach as high as you can, and come back. You're gonna do 10. And then you're gonna do alternating or single arm gators, which is you can start with one hand up, one back. You're just gonna switch, kind of pause at the top. Now, you can do 10, you can do 20. If you're really throwing a lot or the kids are getting sore, try to add a little bit more than just 10. After the gators, another one I like to do is shoulder slides. You can do this in a wall sit. You can do it leaning against the wall. That's a little bit safer, but we don't always have walls to use. So if you're using a wall, you would just get your back to the wall, elbows, hands on the wall. You're gonna exhale, slide straight up. Notice you can still do it without a wall, or have them get on the ground. Let them get a little dirty. This is called a supine shoulder slide. So I'm gonna get down on my back. You can have your legs up, or you can just put them down on the ground. Elbows and hands stay on the ground. Exhale, slide all the way up, come back down, squeeze inside. I like to do about 10 to 15, preferably 15 of those. Then if you want, you can have everybody grab a bat. If not everybody has a bat, you can split them into groups or partner up. First thing you're going to do with the bat is you're just going to grab a hold of the middle, start with it straight up and down, and you're going to keep those shoulders back, keep them square. You're going to rotate as far as you can, side to side, doing 10 to 20, each side. Another one you can do just for fun, and this one's kind of silly, but I've seen some coaches do it where they just take a bat, pass it back and forth, kind of open up that chest, swing the arms back. Just make sure they're not launching it, you know. The next one is, I call it the golfer swing or rotations. Get that back, get your hands as wide as you can. You're gonna hands at the hips, start with it at the knees, shoulders back. You're just gonna rotate to where the back goes straight up and down. Try not to turn the hips. You're just really trying to turn the shoulders. Notice, keep that back flat. We don't wanna curl it too much. Push those hips back. Do about 10 to 20, okay? And if you have a long enough bat, you can do passovers. With the passovers, you don't necessarily need to go all the way back. Just tell them to go as far back as they can until they feel a stretch. So what that is, I'm gonna take this bat, I'm gonna go up over the chest as far as I can, and then back down. If you have a longer bat, or even a PVC pipe, or even a towel, the longer it is, you're gonna be able to go all the way back. And that's your basic arm warm-up.